Hi everyone. Today I thought, you know what, instead of loading up a food video, I thought it's very important that with all this coronavirus going around, we are all worried. I would say, I wouldn't say people are panicking. There are some that are panicking, but I would say, are worried about what's happening, and you need to protect ourselves and others. So I thought I'll do a little video, gather some information for you all. About what's going on out there. So I'm going to put some short videos on for you to watch as well. It is some of the latest information as of today, but it does change by the time I watch this video. Things would have changed. So please be aware. Do your own research. Protect yourself and your family. Especially if you're going to travel, I would recommend going to the foreign office webpage if you're going to be traveling. If you have to travel, if it's essential travel, do find out before where you're going, what's the latest update on the virus and traveling arrangements. So let's get started. Right, as of today, March the 12th, 2020, the coronavirus update is we are confirmed currently from the government, which is the sources come from, that 590 people have been affected by it, and we have unfortunately 10 people have lost their lives due to the virus. The World Health Organization have called this a pandemic purely because of the fact that it's spreading very fast all over the world. Most of the world is affected by it. As you know, Italy is on a lockdown. America has just announced that they're stopping a lot of European flights entering their country. UK and Ireland are not being affected. The UK, as of today, have tested close to 30,000 people, and these cases are, the number-wise, roughly, it's like east of England, 32 people. London have the highest case of 136, Midlands of 44, North, East and Yorkshire have 44, North West have 53, South have 83, South West have 43, and the other 57 are still to be confirmed. So far, around the world, there's 126,000 people that have been affected across the world, and 4,600 people have died. Okay, so what we want to know is, and what is the government doing about it? So the UK, at the moment, they have a 4-phase plan. We're in phase 1 at the moment, which is a containment phase. Boris Johnson is holding a Cobra meeting today with everyone to talk about, do we need to move into the next stage, which is the delay stage. When the delay stage happens, this will be involved probably closing down schools, not social interacting, stay away from big gatherings. It will probably involve, I reckon, not to go to big events and things like that. There is the next stage after that, which is mitigation, and after that, which is research. But we haven't gone into delay stage yet. We'll find out once the meeting's finished if we are going to go into delay stage. So we'll see what happens. Now that we've got all the information as of today, obviously this information will be changing. It's ever fast and it's always changing. But now we've got the information that I've gathered for you. Please do your own research as well at the time when you need it. It's up on the government NHS website. It's up on Foreign Office for travelling. Do check it all out. But in terms of the coronavirus, what are the symptoms? The symptoms are a cough, a high temperature, and shortness of breath. But these symptoms do not necessarily mean you have the illness. Symptoms are similar to other illnesses that are much more common, such as cold and flu. Now, next thing we want to know is, how is the virus spread? It's a new illness. We don't exactly know, the government doesn't exactly know how it's spreading from person to person. How to avoid catching and spreading the virus? We've been told by the government, as you're aware, that we should wash our hands with soap and water and hand sanitizer if we have it for at least 20 seconds. Always wash your hands when you get into work or when you get back to your home as well. If you've got hand sanitizer, like I said, do use it. If you don't, obviously make sure you use soap and water. Cover your mouth and your nose with a tissue when you sneeze and cough, and put the tissue straight into the bin, and then wash your hands straight afterwards. Try to avoid contact with people who are unwell. One of the things I've gathered from the information that I found out is the fact that obviously people, you need to be looking after your elderly, people who are already unwell, people who have compromised immune systems. So, please do look after your neighbours. If you know people who are in isolated areas, go and see them, talk to them, find out, make sure that you're well as well before you go and see them. And, do find out about each other, because some people are on their own, they need help, they don't know what to do. So do please help out. Take care of yourself and your family. Treatment of the coronavirus. So there are currently no specific treatments for the coronavirus. Antibiotics do not help against this virus. Treatment aims to relieve the symptoms while your body fights the illness. Okay, you need to stay in isolation away from people until you're recovered. We are going to talk. I have got a video I'm going to upload for you about what is self-isolation. So please do watch the video. It will teach you what to do if you have to self-isolate.
If you're told to self-isolate, that means staying at home, not going to work, school or other public places. You shouldn't have any visitors. If you develop symptoms of fever or cough, then seek advice first by phone. Don't just turn up at a medical centre or hospital. If you live with others, then you need to stay in a well-ventilated bedroom with the door shut. If you have to share a bathroom, then use it after everyone else. Don't share towels and toiletries. Your waste should be double bagged. If you test positive, it'll be separately disposed of. If you live on your own, you can order shopping online or get friends to help, but they should leave it on the doorstep. The coronavirus causes a mild illness for 4 out of 5 people. Self-isolating will help protect older people and those with underlying health problems from getting infected.
What should we do if you think you might have coronavirus? If you think you got coronavirus, first thing you do, obviously, stay at home, avoid contact with people. Next thing, don't go to the GP, don't go to your pharmacy, don't go to the hospital. Use the NHS 111 online coronavirus service to find out what to do next. The 111 coronavirus service will tell you if you need to stay at home or self-isolate, or if you need to seek medical help. Come to the end of our video now, and I just want to say to everyone who's watching this video, or when you do get to watch it, and if it's in relation to the coronavirus outbreak, so I'll just say, look, please, everyone out there, it's easy to panic, and I know it's a worrying thing. I'm worried. I've got children, wife, families. I'm worried myself, but we need to stay calm. Do not please go to the shops, start panic buying, because look, we're in the UK level. We've been living in the UK. There's no problem with food. Everyone just buy what you need to buy, and we'll be okay. Hand sanitizers. Listen, if there isn't any, just soap. And water. Use that. I've got here antibacterial wipes. Maybe just go and buy a packet of that, keep it in your car, give one to your family, that's fine. You don't need to go mad and scare yourself and scare others around there. In all, please, everyone look out there, take care of your families, your friends, and everyone else pass this, share this video with everyone, and please all take care and stay safe.